What's up, everyone? This is Cassius Methyl, and I already did one video on this, but now I'm going to go into greater detail on the effects of the many astrological configurations of this week, the week of July 27th to August 2nd. So on this week, we have a series of rare astrological configurations that never come. A grand trine is when there are three planets on the ecliptic plane, the belt of all planets, exactly making an equilateral triangle in the sky. Three planets at exact angles to make a perfect equilateral triangle. See? So there have been 4 grand trines this week. 4 different grand trines that they are they're basically like an indication from the universe that this is a time to really pay attention. That's one of the many ways you can interpret it. People that are kind of like prophets, healers, and major positive contributors to society, scientists, people like that, they often have multiple grand trines in their chart, multiple yods. A yod configuration is 2 planets sextiling, pointing to a destiny point. That's a yod. There's also a yod this week. So this week we have multiple rare configurations. Everything is happening this week. It's complicated. So I'm going to try to break it down and tell you right now what it actually means. So this week started off tense. Sunday and Monday had probably more tension than positivity, but it was a tension that was necessary. To feel the tension, because the first grand trine was balancing that out, you'd have to have some circumstance trigger some event Sunday or Monday, and then maybe a temper just exploded, you know? So that was Mars's square to Uranus, and Mars's square to Uranus kind of made a light T-trine, not a T-square, to Pluto. This was a very fiery energy. It's still present. Conflicts may just escalate like that, but it's probably over. Now, now there's a fire and an extremely positive flowing energy going on today. It's pretty much hitting today, hitting to the fullest today. There's a really positive, flowing, expanding energy. It's a powerful energy that wants to do something, wants to learn. The discussions I had with people today were crazy. People were extremely active on social media today, and people all felt inclined to discuss things and flow energy and ideas. That's the dynamic of the grand trine. So currently, there are 2 grand trines going on. The first grand trine is between Mars, Saturn, and Chiron. So that's a flowing functional energy, a positive flowing functional energy between serious, disciplined Saturn, serious, lesson-filled, disciplined, Capricorn-like Saturn, flowed its energy to Mars and Chiron. The serious energy of Saturn complemented the fiery willpower, motivation, and drive of Mars to create a serious determination and a kind of serious nature to the willpower and fire of this week, right? So both of those trine Chiron. And Chiron is the divine planet that gives the determined fire of Mars and Saturn, this fateful, awakened, kind of Uranian Aquarius type energy. So this grand trine, it means that it's a flowing, fiery, but serious and Capricorn-like, revolutionary, idea flow, healing energy. People associate Chiron with negativity typically, but it's not negative at all. It's only negative because it's the planet that it's where you transform your experience in life into knowledge, into this divine will to make society a better place, or to be a healer, or to do stuff like that. So that trine is a determined fire for the cause of Chiron, the cause of idea flow, awakening energy, and healing stuff. So the next grand trine is between the Sun, the South Node, and Saturn. Saturn is the focal point of 2 of these yods, And that's incredible because Saturn is currently locked into an extended peak for a semi-square with Pluto. Saturn, that's complicated. But Saturn is a focal point in two of these yods. Grand trines. So Saturn, the Sun, and the South Node. The South Node is one of the most important points in this because it adds an aspect of past significance. People may encounter things right now that have to do with their, according to the theory of past life stuff. You might meet someone that you've been meaning to meet for a long time. You could deal with South Node stuff, the past, your default uncontrolled raw tendencies that you change in life to become something else. It's a fateful thing. It's kind of like Chiron too. So a South Node vibe, flowing trine between the South Node, the Sun, and Saturn. That implies that this is a serious time to basically look at your core identity, your core mission in life right now. All of us together examining that this week. We're examining seriously what we do next in the future. Especially with activism, we're currently examining what we need to do in the future this week. This week, I think we're endowed with these grand trines so that we can use the sacred, positive, flowing energy to get over the peak of Jupiter square Saturn. Jupiter square Saturn is a once every 10-year negative, pretty much negative but necessary aspect that makes everybody check themselves for a few weeks. This is the silent, reflective check yourself of Jupiter square Saturn, while two grand trines are occurring to Saturn, making us seriously consider where we're going in the future. This is the turning point. This is the turning point where we figure out where we're going. We seriously have a fire to examine where we want to go in the future collectively, together, individually. This is a turning point. This is a reflection time. And the grand trines endow us with the ability to have much power when we reflect during this time to check ourselves. The grand trines endow us with the ability, flowing positive energy to properly do the Jupiter square Saturn of check yourself. So, this is the most important part of the week. This is the Yod between Pluto and Neptune to Mercury and then the Sun and Leo. Yod is two planets sextiling each other, making two quincunxes to a point. And this point that these two planets quincunx is like a destiny point, like a north node. So the destiny point is first Mercury in Leo at 9 to 13 degrees Leo, and then later this week around the peak of Jupiter square Saturn, Monday, we have the Sun at the tip of the Yod again. So the tip of this Yod, it's the mind in Leo, the Sun in Leo. Leo is the sign of the Sun, and the Sun is your core identity, the center of everything. In this equation, it's the center of everyone collectively. So the destiny point of this era of checking yourself and using these grand trines to properly meditate and find what you're looking for. This is the time to reflect and find what you're looking for. These grand trines will endow you with the ability to recognize it, and the Yod is going to point it in the direction of your destiny. The point of this Yod is fiery identity of Leo. This is a destiny to identify yourself. The point of this era can be identified as Leo. Leo contains the lesson for this week and this era of time right now. And that's indicated by the Yod. So this is a time of identification of who you are, what you're doing next in life, and what you need to do to get there practically. The answer is identity. Fiery Leo. So, as you can see, I just got very into that video. So I'm feeling it. I've been feeling it all day. It's a fiery, flowing idea energy. Like, you can see me be possessed with it right now. Right? So, take note of the way I just behaved and what I just said, and it'll help you understand the rest of this week. and the week after this, because I promise you, after this week, we're going to have a different sense of direction collectively, and we're going to start acting upon what we realized this week. The full moon on, I believe, Friday is also, I think maybe it's Thursday, it's also going to feel like, just a finalization, a recognition of what we need to do, and a clearing of your mind, all of our minds at the same time. And imagine the people being born during this time. Some geniuses are being born during this week. So, I hope you found that valuable. Subscribe to my YouTube, go to the description of this YouTube video, and like my Facebook page, Trip to Mean Astrology Readings. Another link in the description of the YouTube video. Go join my Facebook group, Trip to Mean Astrology and True Mysticism. I say whatever the hell I want in that group and just be as real as I can with everything I know, and we have open discussion and debate, and it's just a real place. So, much love, peace.